Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here to do a stream or give a life update or anything like that. But I just want to say it's been a challenging year, and I'm just gonna give you some life updates, some good, some bad. Could be very much, you know, better and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna say has been a challenging time for everybody. But I could say, you know, 2024 has thrown up a lot of curveballs and stuff like that. So I just want to say it's been there have been some ups, there have been some downs, but I do want to give you guys a heads up that I've been okay at times, I've been very low at times, but I've had the people. I just want to say thank you to everybody I know on campus, but I want to thank you amazingly to my partner and anybody I know personally that have seen me through the toughest times, the roughest times, and all of that because it has been tough. It has been very tough on the days where I felt like I walked around like, hey, uh, snap out of it, or be tired from like a long day of like running back and forth, or dealing with stress, or anything of that nature. What I'm saying is that things could have been way worse this year. I mean, running down to the last mention to figure out housing for this fall semester, and then everything else that fell off there. That thing with we all can agree is Hurricane Helene really devastated the area, and it affected a lot of us. It definitely affected me in a way where I felt like that my love was like played with away due to a just a storm, the drama and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is that there's been some challenges. I mean, we all struggle, but I will say this though. There's been some very challenging times. If you see the switch behind me, yeah, I've had that on me all year, but coming to you now from my dorm room, just on my iMac I just got. Didn't pay a lot of money for it, but still working out the kinks. That's why I'm doing a test stream with it tonight. But there's been a lot of goings and comings and goings and stuff like that. Been a harsh year, and there could be things that could have been done better. I'll admit. Admit like that, and had some very challenging days where I like thought to myself, is it really worth continuing something when you're just stressed out and you feel like it's not worth dealing with? For example is what I do is I work for a retailer off campus, and then I work for Rec. Some days I just challenge the thought of my management, including the business itself, because of all the hard work I put in, and then also turning down something that was full time opportunity because of drama, and good thing I did. But at the same time, it's just like that. The weight on your shoulders gets shoved down to an extent. Um, I don't know. I mean, we could all say, "Ha," laugh it off and think it's okay, it's fine, it's normal, but it's not, in a sense. And as I look at it, I mean, it's been a struggle, off and on, regardless of how hard or easy it's been lately. Um, It's been hard. I'll take a look at some moments here. I'll share to Twitter. But yeah, we've all been there. I think we all got to our points where we all got to a point. But for me personally, so yeah. And as I see it, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna pull up some things that really, really stress me up here. Here, um, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say my entire. I'm gonna share my entire screen here and show some things to you. I mean, everyone does at some point. But yeah, as I see it now, as I look at it, and well, hold up, give me a second. I have some settings. I will be back with y'all in a second. It's fine. I'm gonna have to restart my entire computer here. Hey, I'm back. I just have to reset so I can share my screen with you guys. Just share the enormous stress that I probably put on myself throughout the year, but there's been some challenging moments. Here, I'm gonna bring up something real quick here. Um, just in general, this will be um, this is one of the most stressful things that I think I had to deal with the whole year. One of the most stressful assignments I had to deal with for this semester. Everything is right, and so many things I had to do. It bothered me to an extent. I wish that I could have done better in a sense of handling the stress on just this class alone. But bygones be bygones. You get the cookies you dealt with, and you just deal with it. Um, but the good moments that I'll say from that is it did taught me patience, but it did. I have to listen to people that know me personally about these things when I get stressed and I don't like get to a point. So this is one of the major assignments that I did that just stressed me out to no end. And another thing came up was and this is another thing. Where is my preview? Where's preview? Because I have preview as well. But yeah, that's one of the most stressful things I had to deal with, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't the most fun thing in the world to deal with. I can admit, as a student, in general with my work, it's just we're working too. I felt like you woke up every morning and you felt like, what's going on? What's going on with you? What's this? What's this work for? OneDrive personal. Um, just all the stuff that I had to deal with warm up wise. Getting up in the morning, dealing with drama, dealing with drama. then this quiz stuff for astronomy. Here, I'll just open up one of these to show you an example what annoying things was. Um, but it was annoying, very annoying. And if you take a look at this, this is everything that I did for quiz and self quiz study guide and everything, highlighting and looking up answers throughout the this thing and everything else. And it bothered me to be a student, and then I had to deal with all this, drama on top of that. And then the most painful thing I've learned, or most painful thing for me this semester was just having the energy to do anything or just to relax. And it sucked because sometimes I broke down in front of other people, or I just suck up what I was feeling just so I could get through a day. And it sucked for one thing is I could have done better of handling that. And then having no time and trying to make time for people and having no time for anything kind of sucked. Really sucked. Um, there were some really good moments, like for instance, having my, you know, having time for my friends and being with people. It really, really could have been better. I mean, could have been, should have been, would have been, right? Um, but yeah, that's some things I have to share real quick on my stream. But there's a lot of things that could have been done differently, handled differently, that I think I handled poorly. Handling emotions, handling high stress situations that I put myself in, or I put myself in because I said yes to something and I didn't think it through. I didn't think it through sometimes, and yeah, I paid the price at the end of the day. So sue me if you will, but sue me if you don't. So it's not easy to get into things and feel okay with stuff. And I know everyone is gonna say, yeah, you're gonna struggle, you're gonna get up, and you're gonna see yourself in a way. But I'm gonna say this is that everything could have been handled in a way different manner. And sometimes I think I peered into a wall or a mirror and I told myself, I'm stressed, I'm tired, I just want to quit and walk away. And I couldn't. I didn't have the fortitude to quit because how determined I am with things. But also I realized it's like I had times where I should have just let everything go. Um, broke down to myself quietly or broke down somebody personal. And instead of bottling up like every little known feeling I had, um, it could have went a lot smoother, in my opinion. So yeah, could have went a lot smoother, in my opinion, and stuff like that. So you could have done one thing, you could do another. Really nothing you can do at that point. So and sometimes you have the strength. Sometimes you get up, you're sitting there, you're eating your lunch or something, and you're like, "Are you tired?" And yes, I was. I was tired every other day, even when I was told to take a break. You know, you know, it's a YouTube live stream. Uh, but with everything how it has been for the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, it's been crazy, to say the least. And there could be things like, for 2025, just, I think for 2025, for all of us, including myself, I think it's just taking the time to realize you could take time for not only yourself, but also making time for the people that matter to you most. Because I really felt like I did not give a lot of people time to hang out because I was focused on what was more important than focusing on what I feel like was important to me and focusing on the non-essential things that were not important, that were way too important. I was emphasizing too much instead of like personal time for myself, but also personal time with my friends and personal time with you guys on campus because it was hard not to make time. I had to always have my head on a 360 swivel for anything that could be thrown my way throughout the semester, throughout the year. That was even in spring semester, fall, and then including during the summer. I put my eggs in one basket, working one job, and it backfired. I had to go back to on campus because it's like I'm not I'm stressed, I'm annoyed, I miss where I work on campus. On top of that, it's like you put your eggs in one basket and then you're just getting yourself to a point where is it really, really worth it to push yourself to that point? And stuff like that. So as I look, sometimes I'm looking across right now. I'm looking on my screen. Even sometimes I felt like I neglected even my own partner at times, and didn't give them the time needed, myself the time to them needed to hang out and take care of things and relax and spend time, quality time, because of work and focusing and stressing out about financials regarding school, and it just sucked in general around. Not all year. I had some really amazing moments, but sometimes I just stood there and I just stared into my computer and into my laptop, and I'm like, am I really truly happy, or am I masking the fact that I'm overworking myself to a point just to make things happen and not giving myself the time, or I'm like, I should just be in bed. I should just be in my bed all day, not even getting up to come to class or going online to class or going to work, either on campus or off, to take the time needed for myself and step away. I told myself, you can't. You have responsibility to yourself, but you have responsibility to other people. And my advice to everyone here, regardless if you're here or not, take time for yourself. It's very important. And you don't know how life is gonna go, where it's gonna lead, but take the time for yourself. Because when you lose that time and you feel guilty, you're gonna try to make it up any way you can, and it'll be too little, too late. But for me, I learned some valuable lessons. And I think I could have learned a lot more if I just let go. And I just let things go for a while, but I couldn't because of how I felt. And, I'll be honest, I think with our generation, the world is put on our shoulders that we have to be perfect. And no matter what we're dealing with, we have to push forward regardless of how much it hurts. In general, I think that's just the wrong assumption. I think we should all be giving ourselves the grace, but we can't. And nobody can. Even I myself, I give it a hard time. And I feel like I don't deserve to take a break or reward myself with anything. For instance, like right now, doing this live stream through my iMac that I paid for, and the Xbox that I just got over this holiday year, the holidays this year. I just felt like I couldn't reward myself the whole year based off the fact I felt like, you know what, I didn't deserve it. Considering all the things that didn't go the way I hoped, stresses and stuff like that. And, life throws you curveballs you don't expect. Um, Fearing the worst, you know, if it took me until now to really get myself two things for myself that I really wanted the whole year because I didn't want to spend the money. I didn't want to waste like $2,000-3,000 on something, or I didn't want to go spend $500-600. And it took me until now to do that. In total, I spent 800 and something dollars, 813 and certain cents between two things I got over this holiday season for myself that I thought I would never get. I would have to hold off until God knows when it happens. But perspective. I just want to say I wish that I had more time for everybody this year. I think everything just threw at me so fast that I never took the time to relax. I either sat in the game room thinking about too much, working on things, trying to chill, but when I was thinking about the worst case scenario with people. Even with my relationship through this year, I felt like that I let myself down because I didn't give myself the courage or grace to take time for friends, my own partner at the same time, including myself, and took a toll. I think I got very sick during the beginning of the year because I was overworked, stressed, everything like that. Um, Perspective means a lot to a person. When you keep soldiering on, regardless of how hard it might be, but you gotta lean in perspective. Is everything really okay? Or is everything really not okay? That's lean to your perspective. And I really do want to say, yes, I've doubted myself the whole year at points with friendships and relationships, friendships, or relationships as a whole, including even if I'm cut out for what I'm pursuing in life. But I never gave up, or I still kept pushing, but I could have pushed better and handled myself better in a way. So, excuse me. Yeah, this year has been very, very, very tiring. And I think next year, hopefully, it gets better, but time will tell. And people just, I just want to say to everybody, just give me my time and patience in the beginning of the year and throughout this new year in, that you give me the time just to make the time when I can, because I might not be able to. It just depends on the situation at hand. Because I still have a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. I feel like I have to work very hard and put the world on my shoulders to make it happen. And I feel like sometimes I just can't relax. It kind of sucks. And when I do relax, I realize that I could have relaxed weeks ago or months ago and not be so uptight when I was relaxing around some of you guys, some of you, including friends personally, including people I know personally did it with my heart too, and I apologize. Could have been done better. But this is not a New Year's resolution, but this is a little thing that I will try to do, and I can't promise and guarantee anything, but I will try my best to make more time for people, but it's gonna be hard. And sometimes I'm gonna be like, I can't. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll be just sitting chilling, and I'll be stressing. So just be patient with me. Give me the time necessary to relax, to come to you about anything or anything like that, and all that. But life will go on. As certain such, it will go on, and stuff will get easier. But it just depends on the timing or stuff like that. And that's why I'm hopping on here tonight, just to tell you guys, it's been really up and down year, and there's some times that I wish that I could have just took a step back and took time more for everyone else and myself included. But 2025 is a new year coming in, so we got more than one occasion to take time. And I just want to say to everyone, give yourself grace because you guys, everyone that I know, you guys have done amazing in your own right. You conquered a mountain of things this year that nobody could conquer. But give yourself grace. The stuff gets tough. You just got to keep pushing. But even if you can't push, just give yourself grace and just thank yourself every day that you can even get up. Because not a lot of people could get up today and have a chance at a life or a career or stuff. Because there's people right now that are less fortunate than everyone. All of us right now that are under bridges have nowhere to go. We should all be thankful at least for that. But I'll say this is if you guys are all struggling, go talk to someone. Talk to someone you know personally, or talk to a professional, or just write it down in a journal somewhere for yourself to remind yourself that you at least took time to get your feelings out. Because if you don't, it will destroy you and it cause you to go crazy to an extent. So talk to someone, even if it's just someone that's going through something and they just stop what they're doing to take time for you. That matters a lot to you. It's people that will do that. Take the time out of their day, even when they're dealing with stuff, to take care of you, to talk, uh, to let out how you feel about like life itself or in general relationships with other people. You have support around you. Don't give up on that support, and that support will have your back all the time. So if you need help, talk to someone. It helped me several times with concerns about people and people I knew personally and things that I felt like I couldn't really journal down. I had to just talk about it. Um, just this year alone has been crazy, you know? Perfect. But I just want to hop on. I just want to conclude tonight is even if nobody joined tonight, if you guys see it later on YouTube and you click on it and stuff, comment down anything you want to talk about, anything you guys are going to talk about in the chat to each other and stuff, and encourage each other, uplift each other for the rest of this week into the first of the new year and even after. Everyone's got their own struggles and no one will never know. So, like, comment, and share this live stream, this live replay after it goes up. Share to everyone you know, but keep in mind, we're all in this together. And don't give up on yourselves, don't give up on each other. This world could be a cruel place, but we all have each other to get through those tough times. This is Into a C5R12. I'm signing out, guys, and I hope to talk to you very soon. And maybe we might talk about more fun stuff, maybe news or something like that on the channel. But until then, have a good night. Have a rest of your holidays. And Happy New Year to everybody. Good night.